Welcome to the Live Sports Podcast. This is your boy, JB, once again checking in. This is day 2 of the draft talk. Falcons having a lot of rumors out there now of moving up in the top 5. Like we discussed on the last segment, I'm still sold on Derrick Brown. Now, if they can't land Derrick Brown, Chase Young, I'm really not feeling Chase Young. We still got we got Dante Fowler on one side. We got Tack McKinley. We got to figure out what he's going to do this year. And I think Chase Young would be a good defensive end if we were to move up to the second round. I mean, to the second pick in the draft. But Derrick Brown I still would get Derrick Brown. You got to think about it. We got Tack McKinley. You got John Kaminsky. The guy from last year that we drafted from the small school. We have Stephen Means, which, he's a reserve backup material. Other side, you got Dante Fowler. Still need a defensive end, but I don't think you need a defensive end that high in the draft. Chase Young could be an outstanding, great player in the NFL, or he could be just like Jadeveon Clowney. Same body type, same style of play. He fits that mold of a Jadeveon Clowney. You see, it took Jadeveon Clowney a while to make headlines in the NFL. Derrick Brown, I think his presence in the middle would be a little bit more of what we want to head to. I think that'll be more sufficient for what we're doing. But like I said, if you can't get into that top 5, and I wouldn't go with Isaiah Simmons. I like Isaiah Simmons. He's a utility. You can put him anywhere on the defensive line. You can put him on the linebacker core. You can put him as a safety. He played all those positions in Clemson. But I'm not sold on him. He's more of a stretch player. You can move him everywhere. He's a great player, don't get me wrong. I would pick him, but in the Falcons, dealing with the Falcons right now, I wouldn't make a move on him. So Derrick Brown will be still my pick. Now, if you move back and trade back to get extra picks, there'll be a plus. Like, remember what I said. The second round has a lot of talent in the second round. Okay? And they also have more edge rushers in this draft. Besides Chase Young. They're not as great as Chase Young was in college, but they have edge rushers still in that second round and third round. The guy from Utah, they have him. He's there. You also have the individual from Notre Dame. Notre Dame. He's there. You have the guy from Michigan. You got the guy from Wisconsin. So it's a lot of players out there edge rushing, but it's not a lot of players that's defensive tackle that size that Derrick Brown is. So I think Derrick Brown is still a good pick at that if you would to move up to that 5 spot or top 5 period, because you'll be able to get him in the top 5, but anything after the top 5, Derrick Brown will not be there. So I'm still sold on that. But once again, this is the couch's perspective. I will have my draft board up. I'm at another job now, so that's why I'm still reporting to you guys to make sure that y'all stay informed. But the Falcons are planning to move up in the top 5. I don't know at what cost. I'm telling you right now, if they move into the top 5, it's going to be another big trade like the Julio Jones. And you have to make this trade count. Period. And it has to be defense. Okay? But if you trade back, Falcons will get more success trading back than I think getting this top 5 pick. And it's the reason why I say that. The more picks, because Falcons got a lot of needs. Not too many, but they got enough needs to be able to go to that playoff caliber team. You have to address the offensive line. That's number one. You have to address the defensive line. That's number two. Linebacker. Okay. You also have to address the safety issue. Because Keanu Neal, he's a great player, but he hasn't been consistently healthy. Okay. Ricardo Allen. How long will you keep him in that spot? How long will you keep him at safety? You need to get a bigger safety type, a longer safety. Because Ricardo Allen was 5'8", 5'9". He's a great player. He knows the defense like the back of his hand. But could we upgrade to a Grant Delpit? So the offensive line is a guy at Kentucky I've been mulling over. He's a mauler. He's a brawler. A guy from Kentucky. I think his last name is Steinberg, Logan Steinberg. Excuse me if I mess up his name. You got Ben Bryson from Michigan. He's a good left guard because Jermon Brown and Carpenter, I would be done with that. Even though they got in the bed and spent all this money with them, I would be done with those two. But they still on the contract, so you still got to, keep them in and see what they would do, fight for a position, as Dan Quinn like to say. But you have to serve up that offensive line because you got to think about it. You brought in Ty Gurley. Ty Gurley is a major player for the Falcons, but you have to make sure the offensive line is ready for Ty Gurley when he come in. Ty Gurley can make you miss through the backfield and do all that, but the holes have to be open. Chris Lindstrom, I'm satisfied with that pick from last year. He got hurt the first game, so that let me know that he's dedicated to building his craft. Caleb McGarry got a lot of things to work on, particularly when it comes the bull rush. He can handle that. He sits down, he anchors real good. But when it comes to the spin move, he's a wash. He's got to develop a better technique when it gets ready for the spin move, because he has got burned on that spin move multiple times. Now, he's good at pushing them out the club, as he said on ESPN. He's good at, if they try to get around him, he's good at pushing them out. I'm not mad at him with that. But when it comes out to the spin move, he's weak in that area. He has to improve on that. Wide receiver wise, Laquan Treadwell, we need to see some tread on that tire because he hasn't burned any tread in the NFL. That might be a good thing. That he hasn't been playing as much in the NFL. He might be still fresh. It might be just a bad situation for him in Minnesota. Who knows? He had a lot of issues. I hope we get the iron with be around veterans like Julio Jones. He'll be able to iron those mistakes out. He'll be able to iron those situations that he had in Minnesota out with a different home. But in the draft is today's Tuesday, 2 days out. Falcons have to make the right decision right here. This is big for Dan Quinn, Thomas Dimitroff. Their job depends on it. They were signed to a 1-year extension. So their job depends on this first-round draft pick. If they don't get to the playoffs, that tandem is done in Atlanta. The Dan Quinn era is done in Atlanta. Mark my words. But one thing I'm going to say, and I always told y'all, that the things that I see, I predict them very well for the Falcons. Don't have the footage, but now I'm putting footage out now. You can go back now and look at the words I say in this, and watch what happens. If Dan Quinn leaves, and I like Dan Quinn. He's a player's coach. He's fire. I like him. He's a fire-breathing dragon when it comes down to those players. They move for him. They fight for him. So I like that. His coaching his defense last year, it was shaky. Raheem Morris should have been the defensive coordinator from the beginning anyway. Dan Quinn should be surely the head coach. But if the Falcons let go of Dan Quinn this season, his replacement is still, the replacing head coach is still in the staff of the Atlanta Falcons. Think about it. He was a former coach from the team that's in our division. He's a player's coach. And he ran a good system when he was at where he was at. He just had the wrong quarterback. The same questions that always been with this team. And if you are an NFC South fan, if you're a Falcons fan, you already know what I'm talking about. It's Raheem Morris. Raheem Morris will take the Falcons where they've never been. I promise you. Raheem Morris is a coach. He is a coach on our team. He is really a head coach. Right now. You're going to see what he does to this defense this year. With the right pieces, Raheem Morris will lead this defense. I guarantee you, if they make the right picks, like I'm calling out to you, Derrick Brown, number 1. Okay? They get that, they'll change the whole scope of my whole draft. Okay? Let's just put that out there. Derrick Brown, number 1. And that's all I'm going to say about the draft. Everything else is a plus. Okay? Because you're not going to have a lot of picks. Okay? But that's one big plus for the Falcons. Number 2, if they don't pick Derrick Brown, okay, and they trade back, and they pick up a guy named either Luis from Michigan, the center. He's nasty. He's big. Look at his film. Second option on that number 1 pick. If they trade back, they get Grandelpy. If they get Grandelpy, talking about a game record, that's what he plays for. He is a game record. Maybe have a little tackling issues, maybe sometimes, but he's always there. That's one thing you can count on. Second pick, the Falcons go after this guy, and he'll be there. It's a cornerback out of Mississippi State. Dantzler. They get Dantzler. 6'2", 6'3", long corner. They get him. Oh, it's going to be nasty. Pick number 3. They go after a linebacker like Malik Harrison out of Ohio State. All over the field linebacker who will punish you if you make a mistake. He will punish you. They pick him up. Serious asset. Alright. Number 4 pick. Number 4. You have to go with a defensive end. A couple of them in that pick. You got a guy from Utah. I don't want to mess up his name, but you know him when you see him. He's a Hawaiian type. He's a Hawaiian guy. Or Kenny Wilkes from Michigan State, the walk-on. He's a dog. He's hungry. You can see he plays like a titan. I mean, he's everywhere on the field. He's got some crazy tackles for loss in Michigan. If you get him in the top of that fourth, very good asset player. The next fourth round pick, offensive lineman. If you get the guy from Kentucky at that pick, Falcons will be a playoff team, no doubt. Okay, look him up, Logan Steinberg. Look him up. Look up, especially Senior Bowl, nasty. Okay. The 7th round pick, I'm not going to get into the 7th round pick. But if they trade back, you see I just gave you the picks right then. But I said if they trade back. So within those picks, they get another 2nd round pick. I'm going to go with the guy from Texas A&M, number 52. Mick, I don't want to mess up his name either. Start with an M. He's I think he's descended from maybe Africa because he got a Makuba. It's a long name, last name. Michigan State number 52. That is a man child at the defensive tackle position. You have to secure that. You have to. Okay. And when Grant Delpit, I'll move Grant Delpit where Ricardo Allen is. Take Ricardo Allen out. Or with Keanu O'Neal, doesn't matter. Because KZ gonna play one of those positions. And you already know he's a ball hog. I will put Rico nickel. Because he's a reader of the defense. It's kind of slow. But at nickel position he'll play it well. I have Kendall Sheffield on one side. I have Oliver at the other side. Okay. I have Malik Harrison, the guy from Ohio State that I said we need to draft at the outside linebacker position. Inside linebacker position, you know you'll have Debo. Okay. You have Dante Fowler on one side, Tat McKinley on the other side. In the middle, you have the guy from Texas A&M at 52, and you have Grady Jarrett. That right there is a potent defense. Trust me, they made those selections. Okay? So, I summed up a little bit of my predictions of the draft. I'm going to get more in depth in it. Trust me. And I'm going to get to the offensive side. Okay? So make sure you like, subscribe, comment below. I get to your comments. And let me know what you think. Once again, this is the Couch's perspective. Checking in right now on work hours. I had to drop that. I heard that news that keep feeding on the radio. It kept feeding to me, feeding to the top five. Falcons want top 5. They do that, they need to get Derek Brown. Once again, it's Couch's perspective. This is your boy JB checking in. Like, subscribe, comment. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you can always get the updated videos that I present. Yeah, watch out. Falcons, if you're listening. Falcons, if any Falcon organization, media, scout, I promise you I know exactly what I'm talking about. I scout. This is what I do. So take heed to the picks that I just said. And let's play this thing smart. Like I said, live, earn, work, go and get it. Do more every day. Scott Special, JB. I'll let you.